What is your craziest pet story?
I reported my neighbor's emotional support peacock to the HOA, which caused a chain of events that somehow ended with me accidentally becoming the treasurer of the neighborhood association, okay? I, 34M, need to tell you people everything because I genuinely cannot explain this to anyone in my life without them staring at me like I grew a second head. It started 6 weeks ago. My neighbor Dale, 58M, got a peacock. Not a dog, not a cat. A full male Indian blue peacock named Gerald. Dale claimed Gerald was an emotional support animal registered through some website that, upon investigation, also certifies rocks, and one user named Beef Wellington III. Fine. I didn't care about Gerald personally. Gerald was majestic. Gerald was also screaming outside my bedroom window at 4:47 a.m. every single morning with the energy of a man who just found out his ex got engaged. I filed a noise complaint with the HOA. Standard. Boring. Adult behavior. What I did not anticipate is that our HOA president, Linda, had apparently been waiting her entire 74 years on this earth for someone to challenge Dale because she convened an emergency HOA meeting at 7 p.m. on a Tuesday and sent a physical letter, hand-addressed with a wax seal, to every household in the neighborhood. I show up expecting to be thanked. Instead, I walk into what I can only describe as a peacock tribunal. Dale had brought Gerald to the meeting. Gerald had a little bow tie. Gerald was eating from a bowl of grapes on the floor. Gerald was winning the crowd. One woman, Janet, was already crying. He's just special, she kept saying. He's just so special. Linda calls the meeting to order. There's a vote. It goes 11-9 in Gerald's favor. I am one of the 9. I am now Gerald's enemy. Dale makes eye contact with me and slowly, deliberately feeds Gerald another grape. It felt like a threat. The next week, I find a single peacock feather on my doorstep. No note, just the feather. My wife thought it was beautiful and put it in a vase. Here is where I made my mistake. In a fit of petty frustration, I nominated myself for HOA treasurer, the position that's been unfilled for 8 months because it involves actual spreadsheet work, thinking it would give me more standing to reopen the Gerald case. Nobody else ran. I won with 1 vote. Mine. I am now legally the treasurer of a homeowners association I joined 3 years ago and have never once cared about. I have access to a shared Google Drive with 47 folders. I found a spreadsheet titled Pool Incident 2019 that I will never open. Gerald is still here. Gerald is thriving. Last Thursday, Gerald got into the HOA's annual garden show and won first place in the natural beauty category, which was supposed to be for roses. Linda just wrote in the newsletter, some beauties cannot be categorized. I attended my first treasurer meeting last night. Dale brought Gerald. Gerald looked at me from across the table for a long time. Then he took a step closer and just screamed directly into my soul at 4:47 a.m. energy, even though it was 7 p.m. Linda called it a blessing. I have a spreadsheet due Friday.